So we've just arrived on Oyster Catcher, the Scanyacht 39DS here in Vigo, and really nice boat. We got the fridge on, haven't started the engine yet. Next thing is to look at the chart plotter. James is doing the radar. Yeah, and it's working. He's delighted he got it working. So if he does the same for the chart plotter, we'll be flying it. My cabin is down here. So it is, and that's the helm. Actually here, sure, I'll take it through. So down there, and then up here then we have loads of berths. Two there, heads.
The ones up in front is very tight.
And that's it. So probably a bite to eat later tonight. The anemometer is saying with 14 knots, so that's apparent. There is our compass at the moment. That's where we're heading. Chart plotter. And our wind angle then at the top of the mast, I'll just show you. So, yeah, so we're kind of close reach there just at the moment. A reef in the main. So here's where we're going this evening, Muros in here. So it's, I'd say, the most northern ria before Finisterre. There it is on the almanac. Very importantly, it gets 3 flowers, which means it's a nice spot. And it's getting up, we're in a ria now, so it's not too bad. Have a look out, we see. Everything output on them, and in around that corner, I'd say. Do we reckon it's in around this corner here? Yeah. And then this is Ria de Muros. So we're just getting the fenders and warps in and gaffer taping down the hatches, as you do. There's Muros, fabulous town, just kind of south of Finisterre. So if you got round Finisterre, it'd be kind of a port of call. We walked all the way along there last night. Chap at anchor there. And this is kind of the most northern Ria de Muros, or Muros, before Finisterre. So we're going to go out of this Ria then, and we'll have Finisterre in our sights. And who's cooking lunch today, lads?
I think it's not going to be cooked, it's going to be sandwiches again.
Oh, excellent, someone's doing sandwiches. So at the moment we're pretty much heading due south, well, south with a tiny bit of west in it. There's the edge of the Ria. So up there to the right is Finisterre eventually. I jogged all the way along there from the lighthouse all the way back along there. It was lovely this morning. About 4.5 miles. And then there's Muros over there, just going out of view where we were last night. We can see a ship just here on the radar. And have a look outside, you'll be able to see him. Friday night, we've probably been going maybe 10-12 hours at this stage. So here's the wheelhouse on oyster catcher, and have a look outside. So we're kind of into the Bay of Biscay now. We left Muros yesterday at I'd say around lunchtime. I think it was about maybe 2 o'clock Spanish time, and now it's 10:30 the next morning Spanish time. All going well here. Bit of an Atlantic rolly swell. So here's Biscay now on the 25th of December. We're heading almost due north, just a small bit of easting in it. Not much around at the moment. Nice turquoise blue water. So James is going to have a look in the Oyster Catcher Bible to see if we can turn on the single sideband radio, just in case we could get a forecast. Our last forecast was kind of a little less than 48 hours ago, well, about 40 hours ago out of Muros. And here we kind of broad reaching now. The wind's coming around to the south. We're expecting it to puff up a bit. Lovely sunrise this morning. I wasn't up for it. And it's starting to get slightly fruity out here. A few white tops coming around. Way to take in the outboard engine. It was kind of bobbing about a bit. So we're expecting it to kind of build through the day and through the night, and hopefully tomorrow by this time we'll only be about 30 miles off the Scillies. I think at the moment we have 190 to do, and we're doing 7 knots. Everything's moving around inside. So this is Sunday morning now. The weather had finally caught up with us. We're in a southerly gale here, and the seas, we thought at the time they were about 4 meters. They look a little less there now. We had lost the engine a couple hours before, probably down to diesel bug, and the filler cap hadn't been on totally tight, so when we went through the whole fuel system there was a bit of water in the tank. So in another couple of hours we limped into Newlyn, and the next day we spent kind of going through the whole fuel system, bunkering more fuel, changing filters and everything. So here's the Jubilee pool in Penzance. Stopped off here many a times for a swim, and they've actually just put in this new geothermal pool in the corner of it, and they've just bored right down to get the heat up, and it's quite pleasant. So there's the Jubilee pool looking back east, worth a visit. Looking south there, that's Mousel, Newlyn, and here's the promenade that goes all the way from Penzance to Newlyn. Since I've been here, this is about my 3rd time here because I've jailbirds in Newlyn. So fabulous day, and if you make it here, you should pop in for an ice cream. So we're just leaving Newlyn Harbour now. We've got 171 miles to Castletown Shed. There's the marina back there. Great place if you need to get a few repairs, loads of mechanics and stuff. We'll see St. Michael's Mount in the distance in a minute. There's Penzance over there. And pretty much low tide at the moment. The tide's starting to come in again. And hopefully a nice benign crossing to Castletown Shed is what we're looking for. And there's St. Michael's Mount there coming into view. And this is all Mounts Bay. And then if we look around, that's due south. So at the moment we're about 42 miles to Castletown Shed. And you can see one of the Kinsale gas rigs off our starboard side. Motor sailing along. What speed are we doing, James? 7 knots. And big enough seeing it now, actually. Really. So, reef in the main.
Two halves.
It was a sail of 2 halves. There's the entrance we came in, like a mill pond in here. Over there, Castletown Shed. There's a lovely castle you can stay in for a night and the church above it. Well, what did you think of it, Ger?
We should have stayed in the swordfish in Penzance.
We should have stayed in the pub in Penzance. There's up the. It was a bit bumpy coming over, but sure we got here now, so we did, and here we are.